Hey guys, it's Sayla with Vega, and right now you're actually looking at a financial plan deliverable that I created for my clients in Vega. And I'll kind of just scroll through, give you a brief overview of what a financial plan deliverable looks like. We have our plan path details, our comparison, priorities, and information to confirm with many different sections. But I'm actually going to show you how to create a financial plan deliverable today. And before I do that, I'll just quickly hop over to my screen here and I'll just show you all the templates that are available to you in Vega to create client deliverables. Now, these span by category, such as client communication, estate planning, financial planning, tax planning, with new templates added every month. And on a side note, I'll just mention that Vega can also come together with your firm to create any custom templates if you have any specific client deliverable need. And as you can see, here is our financial plan deliverable. And this is probably one of our more broader templates, but we also have very more targeted templates, such as maybe the cash flow projection deliverable or the goal funding analysis deliverable. But essentially, all of these templates are designed to help you present your clients' financial plans in a way that's clear, organized, and professional, and especially that it will be branded to your firm. And I'll just show you here. Vega already brings together your client's meeting notes, tasks, and email information, and it connects with your CRM. And you can also even upload additional financial planning analysis from tools like Right Capital, eMoney, or Money Guide Pro. And that all gives Vega even more context to work with when creating your deliverable. And then Vega can bring all that information together into one polished client-ready document without you having to spend the time to manually gather or organize and format everything yourself. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and I'll show you how to create a financial plan deliverable in Vega. So now we'll go ahead and switch over to Vega, and here we are on our homepage. And to create that financial plan deliverable, you would just come and click this here, and then it will pull up our client deliverable card. And now the first step will be to select your template. So we'll come here, and these are all the templates that I just showed you on our previous slide. And if you also create any custom templates with Vega for your firm, then this is where you'd be able to come select them and generate them. But we'll go ahead and click financial plan here. And then as you can see here, it has a card that populates for you. And this kind of shows you what the financial plan creates, and then also some suggestions of what to provide to give the best output. So I would go ahead and read this card every time you're creating a client deliverable, so that way you know exactly what you should input. And then here we'll link our contacts and households. And I'll go ahead for this example and link Ben and Helen Lewis household. And I always recommend to link the household and not just the contact, so that way you won't miss any information about your client that is linked to that household. And then here, you can even add additional instructions. For example, you could say, focus on the client's targeted annual spending in your summary. But I'm going to leave this blank for now, so that way you can see exactly what Vega automatically brings attention to for this client. And then here is where you can add your documents. Normally, you would upload your financial planning analysis, such as a cash flow projection from eMoney or a Monte Carlo simulation from Right Capital. But since I know Vega already has these analysis on hand from this client from our previous emails, I don't need to go ahead and upload them again, so we can go ahead and generate the deliverable here. So now Vega will take a minute or so to load, and once it's done loading, then I'll be right back and we can walk through it together. All right, and now we're loaded, so I'll go ahead and close this so we can see it in a larger view. But as you can see right here, we have 8 sections to go ahead and verify through this deliverable. And essentially, that is there to help you check your deliverable section by section and keep track of the sections that you've already gone through and edited to your liking. So let's go ahead. I'll show you how to edit it in a couple different ways, and then we'll verify each section together. So we'll come down to our first section here. We have our planning snapshot with our summary. And I'll go ahead and show you one of the ways you can edit is you can edit by modify with chat. So you would just click this here. And now I'll hold down my spacebar and use my push to talk feature. And we can just say, keep my summary the same, but add a paragraph about Jake Lewis and his role to gradually take over day-to-day operations of the company. And then we'll go ahead and send that to Vega. So now Vega will take a minute or so to load, and it's going to update our planning snapshot summary. And then now it's updated our planning snapshot section. So it kept our paragraph here the same, but it's added that information about Jake Lewis and his roles to take over the company's day-to-day operations. And then now my planning snapshot is updated to my liking. So I'll go ahead and mark as verified. And then as you can see here, we're 1 of 8 sections verified. So now we'll come down to our next section. We have our household position, and this is showing assets, liabilities, and liquidity. And here we have our chart showing our assets by category, and it looks good here. So I'll go ahead and mark as verified. And we'll come down to our third section here. We have our goals and priorities. And here I'll just show you, for example, how to edit manually. And to do that, you would just click here, edit block. And instead of saying priority, maybe you wanted to say on track. And then I'll go ahead and add a success badge variant color so it matches all the other badges here. And now it's updated here. So we'll go ahead and mark this section as verified. And now we can move on and we'll come to our plan path details. And here I'll show you these are the different plan paths. So you can see our current position and goals. And if I click this, you can see a path if the reduced 401k withdrawals. And if I maybe want this one to show first on the deliverable, then I would just click these 3 buttons here and click move left, and now it will appear first. And if I even wanted to delete this path, then I could go ahead and click remove here, and it would be removed. And if I even wanted to add another scenario, then I can go click add here, and you can see it says add a new scenario to the deliverable, and then you can type and tell Vega what kind of path and scenario you want to add. But we won't need to add that right now. And we look good here, so I'll go ahead and verify this scenario here, and then we'll go ahead and verify this one here as well. And then now we'll come to our plan comparison, and this is showing our documented results side by side. So we have these 2 here, and it looks good, so I'll go ahead and mark as verified. And then now we'll come to our planning priorities, and we'll review it here. And I'll also show you we have a sources badge here. So at the top of every section, you can check your sources that Vega is pulling from for each section. So you can see it's pulling from your notes, meetings, tasks, and it will also pull from any official website. So now we'll go ahead and mark this section as verified. And then we'll come down to our last section here. We have our information to confirm. So I'll read through my bullet points. It looks good. This is all of our follow-up tasks that we need to complete. And I'll go ahead and mark as verified. And then now we are 8 of 8 sections verified. So we're good to send to our client. And first I'll come and check my compliance review here. So here you can see it says no risk. And if Vega ever detects any level of risk, then it will show you something such as high risk, medium risk, low risk, and then give you an analysis and recommendation based on that. But we're at no risk, so we're good to go ahead and send it to our client. And then also, I'll show you here, you can manage your deliverable. So here you can change the document title, cover title, who it's prepared for, prepared by, and the date it's prepared on. So we'll go ahead and click save here. And now I'll show you how to send this to your client. So all you would do is just come and click export and download PDF. And then it will load at the top of our screen here. And we'll click that. And then now you have your financial plan deliverable ready to send to your client. And also, I'll just remind you that this is Vega's firm account. So you're seeing Vega's colors, fonts, and logos all embedded in this document. But when you create this in your firm's account, you'll see your firm's colors, logos, and fonts all on the document. And then last thing I'll show you is easily how you can just come and present to your client. So you'll click this here. And now your financial plan deliverable is ready to present to your client. And that's all. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.